Rose Cushing with Carolina Hoofbeats TV, and we are at Carver's Creek State Park near Fayetteville, North Carolina. And I am with Carmelie Scarpetti, and she's with a new organization in our area that used to be TREC, but now it's governed by a different body, and it sounds very exciting. So I'll let her tell you a little bit about it.
Hi, I'm Carmelie, and I'm with the U.S. Neto. That's the United States National Equine Tourism Organization. And we are not only the governing body for the sport of TREC, which a lot of people in our area are familiar with, we also govern working equitation and ski joring. And the thing that's most popular in our area right now is TREC, so those are going to be the events you're going to be seeing, but you're going to see those events sponsored by the U.S. Neto.
Okay.
Each country around the world has its own Neto to promote equine tourism, and really the sport of TREC came out of those Netos because they have a very strict policy of making sure that people are qualified to do this job, to guide equestrians in their tourism adventures. And so in Europe they have a very strict certification policy, and that's how these kind of things that you're seeing came out from Europe. You're going to see us illustrating a couple obstacles today. We can talk a little bit about orienteering, which is finding your way with map and compass on horseback. It's loads of fun. After 10 years, I finally don't get lost anymore.
Right.
But we make it fun. We pair people up. We're not going to send you out in the woods all by yourself to never be shown up again. So we have lots of fun with all of this. And I really am excited about the sport. I'm excited about having a more structured organization to oversee the sport. And then once again, reaching out and being part of the international community. We're looking at trying to go to internationals this year in the late summer.
Okay.
So we've got a lot going on.
So this is for all trail riders, regardless of how you trail ride, because everybody needs to understand navigation and safety, I would guess.
Everybody needs to understand safety and navigation. The reason we're here at Carver's Creek today is because we had a trail safety clinic. And one of the really cool things about U.S. Neto is we don't care what kind of horse you ride, whether you ride a trotting horse or a gaited horse. We don't care if you ride in an English saddle, a Western saddle, an endurance saddle, an Aussie saddle, a bareback saddle. We don't care about those things. What we do care about is people getting out with their horses and enjoying them and being safe while they're doing it.
Absolutely. All right, so what are we going to see first here?
Well, this is our S-bend, and this is a test of how your horse can walk through this little S-shaped quarter. And really what you want to do, your goal is to bring your horse through there, do a nice smooth move without stopping, and you're asking your horse to bend. And of course, bending is important in every discipline. So these are things that any horse is going to know. Now, most of these horses are not familiar with this. This is why they came to a clinic today.
Right.
So we're going to bring our horses out, and we're going to let them go through here and let them show you their stuff.
Okay.
All right.
And the folks that are familiar with it, you know, we've kind of asked them to pretend like that this is early on to them and they're learning, so that true beginners can really see, you know, what happens if you make a boo-boo, how do you recover? So
well, there are some horses here that think the object is to knock every pole over, so they may demonstrate that for you.
And that's fine.
Okay.
Okay, should we get out of their way?
Sure, let's get out of their way. Susan, do you want to go first? Is that good for you?
So now what is this lady's name?
This is Susan, and she's on our U.S. Neto board as well.
Okay.
She's our secretary, and she's an avid trail rider. And you can see her horse is doing very nicely here.
Yes.
Bent himself around there. We've got the whipping flags. Nicely done.
Very good.
Yeah, it was a good boy, Trooper. Who wants to go next? Marissa, go.
Okay.
Marissa is not riding her own horse today. So she's on a borrowed horse. Horse has done this, but Marissa's not used to it on such a big horse. As I said, we have horses that think their job is to knock all of these over. Good job, Marissa.
Very good.
She's used to riding a nice little quarter horse and not a big draft horse, but she didn't get to bring her horse today, and so she's borrowing. And the more you can ride, the better it is.
Absolutely. Now who's this?
This is Donna.
Okay.
Donna's riding a Pasifino. This is a gaited breed. And this is her first experience with this today. So she may have Mary helping her develop some confidence going through here.
Sure.
Mary's one of the founding members of Trek in the United States. She's been doing it since 1997. And she's competed internationally and is really the reason we have Trek at all in the United States.
Mary Harcourt.
Mary Harcourt.
Legendary in the horse industry, without a doubt.
Yes, and she is our main advocate for our sport.
Right.
Nicely done.
Very good job. For your first time, that was really good. You know, these tight turns and things are so handy because when you are trail riding, you never know when you're going to have to make a really sharp turn. You know, you don't know what kind of things you're going to encounter on the trail.
Absolutely.
So nicely done with your choice of obstacles.
You don't know what you're going to encounter on the trail. And in Europe, you might be riding through tight little alleys in a little village or something.
Sure, it's side of a mountain here. And who we've got now?
This is Donna's husband, Steve.
Okay.
And he is riding, I forget his horse's name. Hollywood. How could I forget Hollywood? An interesting fact about Hollywood was when they got him, he was their horse. They sold him. They found him back for sale on the internet, even though they had right of first rebuy, and he was nearly starved to death, so they had to refeed him.
Right.
So kind of a really success story there on how he's come back and how great he looks.
Good to be home, Hollywood.
Rodney and Rose Cushing have been making jewelry since 2006. Rose was an absolute rock hound and turned her love of gems into a business known as the Sterling Rose. Rodney loved all the technical aspects of building and making pieces of jewelry. He studied hard and he became a master jeweler. Together, their designs are timeless classics treasured by thousands of customers. Join us on a journey as we travel the world to find the most beautiful treasures for you. Our next show will be in Newbern, North Carolina at the Riverfront Convention Center, April 2nd and 3rd. Hope to see you there.
With me now is Alex Miner, and Alex, you're on the board.
I am. I'm president of the US Neto for this year. We are working hard and really managing to get things in a positive way, incorporating new members and getting the word out there because this is such a fabulously fun sport and it's a wonderful group of people to be with.
Absolutely, and like I said, all trail riders need safety, and they need to know how to navigate obstacles because you never know when a tree will be down or, you know, a rock slide or anything.
Exactly. Trail riding is all about being safe, and we really want to facilitate that with other riders and give them the skills that they need to get it done.
And you know, when you know that you can navigate it and your horse will know you can navigate it, you're a lot safer.
A lot of confidence. It's a lot of confidence building in doing all of these obstacles and the things that we're asking. They're all obstacles you'd find on the trail. Pretty much that's what they're all based off of. So it makes good sense to have these skills underneath you for when you do finally go out in the real world.
Okay, well, what are we going to see here with this?
So this is called our slalom, and it's, I'm sure you've seen dogs do it when they do agility trials and whatnot. So they have to bend around the poles. They are gauged on how fast they go. So you could walk, you could trot, or you could canter through there. And the goal is to not touch the poles, to not leave the corridor far, and to get through it. A lot of that helps with being out in the woods. You're weaving through pine trees. You're going around things on the ground. It helps you get control of both the front quarters of your horse and the back ones.
Absolutely. Okay, so it's kind of like a pole bending.
It's exactly like a pole bending.
And the folks, when they're learning, can take the time and go as slow or fast as they want.
Absolutely. Beginners are going to go really slow and walk, and then the more advanced ones get up to canter. I don't know that we'll have any canter today because everybody here is fairly new to it.
Sure. Now, what...
So this is Susan coming back through again.
Okay.
And she's carefully navigating, going in between each of these poles.
Right.
And the goal is to make it look simple as pie like she's doing.
Absolutely.
And see, our horse just kind of goes around easy peasy. Well, he's not really paying attention now, but
Right.
goes around easy peasy, makes it look really easy. But she's got complete control.
Yeah.
She's got complete control of both the hind quarters and the rear quarters as she goes.
Okay.
So this is Marissa back on Bentley.
Okay.
Bentley's big, he's a little tough. Oh, she's gonna try for that trot.
Nice. Great job.
She's doing a great job. And see, she just flows around the corners.
Yeah.
All the way through, Marissa. Great
Great
job.
Definitely.
Awesome.
I always wanted to do pole bending, so this would be a fun exercise to learn.
Yeah, and when you can go the speed that you need to go to be comfortable, because
Yeah.
we want everybody to be comfortable and safe.
Right.
Whoop. See, there you go. It's all about learning how to control the front and back of your horse.
Right.
There you go.
Good job.
Nicely done. Thank you.
Good job.
And then here comes Donna. Donna's horse, these two, the last horse that just went, and this little gray horse, they are pasture buddies, they are roommates. And they sometimes get a little upset when they're separated. So we'll
Right.
see how she goes through these.
Right.
But again, it's pay attention.
Good job.
And it's a
look at
passo, doing a little passo.
that. Yeah. He's doing his little gait there.
Look
That's
at him go, that was
beautiful.
awesome.
Way to go, y'all. Wow.
So yeah, that was, for their first time really going through, that was amazing.
Fabulous. Very, very good.
So,
Now tell me a little bit about your upcoming events.
okay, so we have in April, we have an event on the 16th. It is an orienteering event. You come out, we're going to teach you a little bit about how to read the map, how to figure out where you are, measure distances, figure out how fast you need to travel on this map. And then we're going to do an orienteering actual course run and have people try out these newfound skills. That's going to be at the Hoffman Game Lands at Hunter's Camp, and that's a specific place in the Game Lands.
Okay.
Then on May the 14th, we have an obstacle day / challenge where we're going to set up all different kinds of trek obstacles. That's at Heather Ridge. They have an eventing course anyway. And so it's got a lot of really fun things to be able to use and do. So we'll teach people about how to go over these obstacles, all the different kinds.
Right.
Practice a little bit, take a little bit of a break, and then in the afternoon we'll do a fun competition. Let's see how well you can do what you learned.
Right.
So that'll be a great bit of fun. You can find these things on USNETO's Facebook page.
Okay.
And we usually have it going there. We're working on our webpage. It's not quite finished yet.
Sure.
But eventually the things will be posted on there as well.
Okay. Very, very good. All right. Well, thank you for your time.
Oh,
Let me
thank you.
talk with Mary just a little bit about how to become a member.
Our souls wander in similar places. Even though we may not know each other, we touch the same wind, we walk under the same sky, and our hearts wander in the same dreams. We are one, women just like you and me. Our show explores women in the horse industry as they share their dreams, challenges, successes. What drives these women? Well, let's find out.
So now I have Mary Harcourt, and as you guys know, if you've done much trail riding, Mary's a legend in our horse industry, and she's competed all over the world, so I'm so excited to talk to her today. So for the U.S. Neto, how can people get involved in that? How can they join? And tell us a little bit about that.
Well, becoming a member is really easy. You can just find our website, join through that, send us a check in the mail, or you can come to any event, and the first time you come, if you want to join, you become a member. And members do get a little discount at our event, so there's a reason to join the USNETO.
Sure. And we're always stronger as the horse community in numbers, for sure.
Absolutely, yeah.
And whenever people look at making laws, for example, about our trails, which is something that we all have to pay a lot of attention to, they look at the numbers and who's utilizing them, and do we have as many horses as we do bicycles? So those are things that we got to all be smart about, and being one member of these organizations is a big help for that.
Yeah, it's always good to be tied to an organization that can speak for a group, and that works well with the legislature. Going and working with the North Carolina Horse Council is excellent. And so, as you say, there's victory in numbers to keep the trails open, and we always fight having the trails closed or disused for whatever reason. So that's something we all care about a great deal.
Absolutely. And with our legislature changing on a regular basis, I know one of the obstacles that when I was at the Horse Council on the board we faced was that many legislature folks are from the city and they don't know anything about country living or horses, and to them, what they don't understand, they can't make laws about. So we need that voice in numbers and that strength.
It's true, because they're reelected so often, and there hasn't been a survey on horses for an economic industry impact in North Carolina in probably, 15 or 20 years.
Well, Horse Council did one.
Did one?
Since I've had my show, so
Oh,
in the
cool.
last 10 years.
Oh, that's
And
excellent.
it's actually a $4.2 billion industry in North Carolina, and we are in the top 10 states in the United States for horse population. So
And people don't know that, and
That's
that's
right.
important to know. So that's a good
Absolutely.
thing, yes.
One thing I found really interesting, I was at a meeting in Robeson County because I do a lot of stuff down there, and there's more horses in that county than there are frying chickens, and the people were quite surprised to learn that factoid, but it's true.
Absolutely.
You know?
Who would have thought?
I know, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you know, so get involved, go to the website, become a member, plan to come to the April.
Not a 16th orienteering. It'll be at the Hunters Camp in the Game Lands just off of US 1 in Hoffman. And then on the May 14th, I believe, we'll be at Heather Ridge, just south of the horse park, the Carolina Horse Park. We'll do obstacles down there, and we'll explain everything before you head out. But come and join us and have a great time, we hope.
Okay, now I want to talk to you one more minute, if you'll oblige
Sure.
me, about equine tourism, because that's something, you know, that we need to build in this state.
We do.
So, you know, what are y'all's objectives in that arena, and how can we as the public help you achieve them?
Well, we'd very much like for people to take a ride. And of course, in order to take a ride, they've got to go somewhere they feel safe. So all of the farms that have riding lines or lines where the horses can go out on the trails, they need to have their safety in line. They need to have good people working for them, and they need to educate the people coming to take the rides. For instance, the sport of trek, whether you ride Western or English or Australian, it doesn't matter, but in the sport of trek, you have to wear a helmet. And that doesn't take away anything from anything else you do, but it's a safety thing. And so promoting safety issues, promoting stables and people who have hack lines, and promoting people being able to own a horse through good legislature, good realtors, and good people supporting the industry will certainly make it expand. And as you said, being 10th in the nation, that's amazing right there. And there's only one way to go, and that's up, and that's just great.
Absolutely. And, you know, watch the Everything Equine Expo's Facebook page, because I've asked these ladies to come to our event, and on Friday have one of these clinics so that, you know, you can make that part of your ticket entry fee into the arena. So
Absolutely.
You know, stay tuned, because there's a lot more coming, and I know you're going to enjoy trail riding. So get your horse and get out there.
Good. Closing your thighs against your saddle. Toes up. Good. Switch hands. Good. You're still leaning forward like you want to jump right off the front of that horse. Is that what you want to do? No. So bring your chest back. Good. Chest up, chest up. Sit back. Close your legs, toes up. Close your legs, toes up. Fix your left toe pointing at the ground. Fix your left toe pointing at the ground. There you go. Keep working on fixing it. Keep working on fixing it. Good. Keep your chin up. Good. Keep working on fixing it. Switch hands. Ooh. All right, I'm going to hand this kiddo a baton, and we're going to see if she can do a little bit, and then I'm probably going to switch kiddos. There, I have a young student who came with me all the way from Georgia as well, and she didn't really know she was going to get to ride today, but Reagan's going to get an opportunity to ride. Rein position. Show me middle. Yeah. Show me higher. Good. Now this time, through. Show me middle, but move your arms slowly. Yeah. And go down to rein position and move your arms slowly. You still kind of threw them down. Slow. Good. And then I want you to go all the way up high, slow. Better. See how you're not zinging her so much, right? We don't realize how little our little bitty body motions tell our horse to speed up, slow down, turn left, turn right. Let's bring our hands to reins position, and we're going to ask her for a trot. Good. Sit up, toes up. Come on, you got it. Hold on to your baton. Work on your posting trot. That's all I want you to think about is posting. Good. Keep posting, up, down, following, up, down, following, up, down. Good. Nice. Yeah, that's a big trot for a little kid. Good. Bring your hands to middle. Good. Come on, think about your toes up. Think about just letting your butt post forward, not your whole body. Just your butt. Keep your chin off your chest. Look at Star's ears. Look at Star's ears. Good. Now look in front of her ears. All right, get your hands off that pad. There you go. All right. Super nervous? Yeah? How nervous were you today? Hey, can you guys please give Everly a round of applause for doing such a good job of being an awesome candidate? That's good. She's been riding 5 months? 4 or 5 months? I don't know. So, anywho, we're going to just practice some of the same sort of stuff. I'm going to start her out here on the collar, and we're going to just start off at the posting trot. Go ahead and pull your chest on up. Let's do a practice stand-up stretch, yeah? Stand up, and down, and up, and down. Good. All right, and we're going to step into trot. There you go. Drop those ankles down. There you go. Close your thighs and slow your pose. Good. Good. Change your diagonal. You're goosing her a little bit there. You squeeze and slow your pose. Good. And let's do one hand airplane start. Slow down. Good Lord. Ooh. Take your feet out. Drop your legs straight down. All right, so did you guys notice that this pony was trying to zing, zing, zing? And I got her stirrups a little too short, so I'm going to drop them down a little bit more. And she was just utterly squeezing the bejesus out of this pony's side. So the pony's like, run, 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 go, 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 go. So I'm going to do the best I can here and drop these stirrups down one more hole and see if I can get Reagan to not ride her so hot. Put your feet in. Start your pose. Nice and slow, right? Make sure you're not pulling yourself up, Reagan, right? Take your hands off that strap. Good. Put one hand on your head. Let's do one hand on your head. Yeah, there you go. Let's do one hand on your belly button. That a girl. Yeah. And then don't overthrow your hips. I want you to go back to that position. I want you to put your hand back on your tummy. And I don't want you to throw your hips too far. Nice and easy. Put your hand on your tummy. Good. Posting, posting, posting. Up, down, nice and easy, nice and easy. Good, soft, hold up, hold down, hold up, hold down. Yeah, see how she's getting a little quieter? Hold up, hold down, good. Switch your hands. There you go. Now we can get into a little bit of practice. Good. Switch your hands. Good. Nice, Reagan. Let's go, airplane. There we go. Don't overthrow your hips. There. I want you to turn your airplane to the right. There. Keep your hips posting straight, but turn your chest towards me. Atta girl. Airplane to the left now. Yep. Hips don't overthrow them. Easy on the hips. There. Good. Much better. And sit down, say wah. Wah. Good. Awesome.
Rodney and Rose Cushing have been making jewelry since 2006. Rose was an absolute rock hound and turned her love of gems into a business known as the Sterling Rose. Rodney loved all the technical aspects of building and making pieces of jewelry. He studied hard and he became a master jeweler. Together, their designs are timeless classics treasured by thousands of customers. Join us on a journey as we travel the world to find the most beautiful treasures for you. Our next show will be in Newbern, North Carolina at the Riverfront Convention Center, April 2nd and 3rd. Hope to see you there.